Is the PlayStation Home coming to the PlayStation VR 2, and are we going to get lost in the virtual world? Well, Sony did renew the patent to 2028, and VR as mentioned. Either way, this got me thinking. So today, going through some of the key challenges the PlayStation Home originally had, I'm going to list out 4 things that I would like to see in the new PlayStation Home version 2. Let's dive in. Let's be real. PS Home was not that great, and the critics have some strong points on why. But behind this veil of negativity, there was a company that was so far ahead of its time in terms of what it was trying to portray to the world, and for this, PS Home and Sony deserve a lot of respect for laying the foundations to a lot of businesses who have recently put a lot of stake on this metaverse type world, with Meta and Horizon World being one of the most famous examples in this zone. Now, with their speculation that PS Home could be returning, this is thanks to Reddit user Borax, who noticed the Soho engine trademark had been updated, and interestingly, the mention of VR content suggests this could be for the PlayStation VR 2 as well. This could be incredible for the platform. And with such potential, as with any movement forward in tech or life, there needs to be an improvement, meaning the mistakes have to be eradicated. And with the PS Home, although things did get better and more people enjoyed the service, this momentum was arguably thwarted by issues such as delayed launches, trophies not being available upon release. Ultimately, content locked behind what I would like to call microtransaction hell. So how could Sony learn from that? PlayStation Home was a free-to-play platform, but it was powered towards microtransactions, which was an innovative feature, coming even before the App Store, which was a year away from the PlayStation Home's 2008 launch. But this is where the positives derail. PlayStation Home, like Animal Crossing and Sims, the USP is you having your own home or a world and being able to kit it out freely. Well, this key feature was hidden by a paywall, which severely limited the options available. So people were like, see ya, this place sucks, and rightly so. And there's a clear solution to all of this. Don't do this again, and try this instead. Convert trophies into real physical items. Hats, chairs, tables, TVs, yachts, lobbies, you name it. And this can be further displayed in your own trophy room, which represents your PlayStation journey history, bosses you defeated and extremely tough plats you got, which could be a separate feature for the PS Home. These trophies also have an extra benefit of being wearable and could be placed in your lobby. That makes getting these trophies so much more motivating and appealing. That changes the whole concept of defeating that game. You get a completely different reward. It could operate a bit like the Battle Pass system as well. The more you play, the more you unlock, or the bigger and more difficult the challenge, the more extravagant the reward. But look, Sony are a business and they do need to make profit, so there could still be options for people to get things through a weekly shop that has sales. But if Sony are clever, then they would gear this towards gaming, as number one, you would want people to play your games. Now, PS Home did have mini games, bowling and arcade machines, and games like Buzz, Burn Zombies Burn and Dragon's Green. And these can all stay there. But I'm talking about interconnecting the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR 2 together within the PlayStation Home. And this idea was also flirted with on a basic level, as you can open up games for the lobby with friends, but the concept I'm discussing takes it to a whole new level of connectivity. And we could ramp this up even further, as with any kind of virtual field, over time things can get stale. So how can we keep things interesting? How can we retain current users and bring in new ones? Now, I'm definitely thinking of the future here, but a real online PSVR 2 type game would set the PlayStation VR 2 on fire. And this could be amplified even further if a game would ever get so popular to be warranted as an esports type game. This could be another avenue for items to be sold, like winning the winning team's jacket, which could have the option to buy for people that want that right now. Or it can be one for some sort of reward scheme, like a battle pass. And of course, the biggest byproduct of all of this is that it gets more people to play the PlayStation VR 2 games. Who knows, this could be replicated later on down the line through games like Firewall Ultra, who finally have dedicated online servers. But we do see this in other things like Ninja on Fortnite. I mean, how else did Fortnite explode? It was the online competitive scene and streamers like Ninja. And the PlayStation Home can help facilitate all this by offering the platform to showcase these rewards. And just to reiterate as well, I'm not saying the PlayStation Home could be the complete catalyst to ensure an esports type game does well, but it sure as hell creates a community around it, spreads the word. I mean, imagine everyone logging into the lobby to watch these VR games online in a virtual theatre, like you riding in on your giant lion. I mean, they had pets in the PlayStation Home, so who knows? And all this is doing is just adding immersion and hype to an already established consumer base that just needs that push to go from PlayStation 5 to the PlayStation VR 2. It's adding that 1% which can move them from 50% to 51%. So the PlayStation Home was not terrible in terms of graphics for its time. I get it, it was geared towards realism, but I don't know, it just lacked a bit of charisma in my opinion. Just thinking is a little revamp, a little splash of paint, a bit of seasoning. The PlayStation world had a lot of potential in terms of its designs, and I think going for ultra realism has its place, but the wacky worlds of Jack and Daxter to new titles like Horizon World and Resident Evil are opportunities from a marketing perspective and a way to entice people to log in. Now, PS Home did explore this, but I really hope that with the VR capabilities, these lobbies can have unique interactions we spoke to the PlayStation VR 2, which would be such a nice feature. Another USP to add to the PlayStation Home, and now we have the power of the PlayStation 5 and the much better improved PlayStation VR 2. So No excuses, Sony. If you're going to release something that represents the PlayStation VR 2 and its premium service, then release a PlayStation Home that also reflects that. It's a universal message and it's the key to any kind of product success. And now onto my final point. Virtual world, PlayStation VR 2, it's a match made for success. This space can really take off, more so than it ever did with the original PlayStation Home. And the reasons for this are quite clear. Being able to interact with people, play games, speak, look around your fully kitted out lobby in full VR glory is interaction on a brand new level. With the tech behind the PlayStation VR 2 headset and controllers, you could feel objects, feel water in your swimming pool, and feel the wind rustle through your hair as you walk down your own personal beach. Amazing thing about all this, you already have a warm player base there. All Sony need to do is bring out a good version of the PlayStation Home and make it exciting, slick, cool, interactive, and utilize all the PlayStation VR 2 capabilities. Now, of course, this video is hypothetical, but I do think the PlayStation Home is on Sony's peripheral vision. Whether this works out is another thing. I haven't got a mystic ball, but hopefully if they do release something, they would have learned from their prior mistakes, as there's so much potential with the PS Home, and if corrected, it could be a huge hit globally, especially with the new VR mechanics attached. And the features I discussed, such as the trophy system to competition to the improved graphics, all work together. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video and it got you guys thinking as well. I know the metaverse word is a bit meh at the moment, but still the PlayStation Home, as I've described, has a lot of potential. So it'd be interesting to see what you guys think in terms of what you'd like to see if the PlayStation Home V2 was released. Let me know below. And I just want to thank all my returning watchers, my new subscribers, and you right now watching this video. Thank you so much for all the interactions, the comments, the likes, everything. And if you saw last week's video, if you didn't, I'll leave the link here. I declared I would quit YouTube if I didn't get 800 subs, which of course was tongue in cheek. And I actually saw an increase in subscribers, so thank you for that. So if you did like today's video, then do check my other ones out as well and hit that sub button, as there's so much more I want to share with everyone. Oh, and Merry Christmas. See you guys next video.